Most people believe that a coin has to be shiny, perfect, and locked inside a plastic slab to be worth real money. But the truth is far more shocking than that. Some of the ugliest, most worn, most ignored coins ever pulled from pocket change have sold for thousands and, in rare cases, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Coins with scratches, grime, stains, and decades of abuse have shocked auction rooms and stunned professional collectors who thought they had seen it all. Today's coin looks so ordinary that millions of people have already dismissed it without a second thought. And that is exactly why it is dangerous to ignore. Before this video ends, you may feel the urge to dump out every old jar in your house and look again. One version of this coin shocked even seasoned experts when it crossed the auction block. If you have ever saved loose change, especially old state quarters, this video matters to you. If this kind of hidden money excites you like the video, subscribe to the channel and comment below if you have ever found a strange-looking coin. Let's jump in. At first glance, this coin looks tired and unimpressive. The surface is dull, the details are soft, and the once sharp design now appears flat from decades of circulation. The edges may be nicked, the fields may show scratches, and the original luster is long gone. Many examples are darkened, stained, or even lightly corroded from years of passing through hands, pockets, and cash registers. Most people would look at this coin and assume it is worth exactly 25 cents, nothing more, nothing less. It feels ordinary in the hand, light, thin, and familiar. The kind of coin people spend without even looking at twice. This is the 1999 Connecticut State Quarter with a P mint mark, a coin that flooded the nation during one of the heaviest circulation periods in modern U.S. history. Released as part of the first year of the State Quarters program, this coin was struck in massive quantities and entered circulation at lightning speed. Millions of Americans were using cash daily, and these quarters were everywhere, moving constantly from store to store, wallet to wallet. That extreme circulation is exactly why so many examples today are worn, faded, and scarred. The design of the Charter Oak tree, once crisp and proud, is often weakly defined on circulated pieces, with branches blending into the background and inscriptions losing sharpness. Because of that massive montage and heavy wear, most people completely ignore this coin. It does not look old enough to matter. It does not look rare. It does not look valuable. It looks like modern change, the kind of coin people sweep into a drawer and forget. Even collectors often pass over worn examples without a second thought, focusing instead on pristine, uncirculated pieces. This is where the mistake happens because seasoned collectors know that value does not always scream from the surface. Sometimes it whispers, hidden in tiny details that survive even heavy wear. When collectors look deeper at the 1999 Connecticut Quarter, they are not looking for shine. They are looking for mistakes. They are looking for abnormalities that should never have left the mint. They are looking for errors created during the chaos of mass production when dies were pushed beyond their limits and quality control could not catch everything. Even on worn coins, certain errors remain visible, and those errors can transform an ordinary quarter into a four-figure or even six-figure surprise. One of the most sought-after errors on this coin is the doubled die variety. This happens when the die itself receives a misaligned impression during its creation, causing parts of the design to appear doubled. On the Connecticut Quarter, doubling can sometimes be seen in the lettering, the date, or elements of the tree. Even if the coin is heavily circulated, strong doubled die characteristics can remain visible under magnification. Collectors do not care if the coin is scratched or dirty if the doubling is bold and unmistakable. Another error that excites the market is the off-center strike. These coins were struck improperly, leaving part of the design missing and a blank crescent of metal visible. Even with heavy wear, an off-center strike is obvious, dramatic, and instantly recognizable. The more extreme the off-center strike, the more desirable the coin becomes. Circulation wear does not destroy this error. In fact, it often adds to the story, proving the coin actually circulated despite being flawed from birth. Die cracks are another hidden treasure. Overworked dies can develop cracks that transfer onto the coin's surface as raised lines. On the 1999 Connecticut Quarter, some die cracks run through the tree or across the fields. These cracks can be subtle or bold, and even when the coin is worn, the raised metal of the crack often remains visible. Collectors love dramatic die cracks because they represent the final stages of a dying die, a moment frozen in metal. There are also struck-through errors where foreign material such as grease or debris was present during the strike. This can cause missing details or unusual textures on the coin. These errors can look ugly, uneven, and damaged to the untrained eye, which is exactly why they are often overlooked. To collectors, these flaws are signatures of rarity. Now, this is where the numbers begin to get uncomfortable for anyone who has ever spent one of these without looking. A circulated 1999 Connecticut Quarter with a clear, documented mint error has sold in the auction market for several $100s, even when the coin showed heavy wear. Coins with visible doubling or moderate off-center strikes in circulated condition have crossed the block in the $800 to $2,500 range, depending on eye appeal and error strength. That alone is enough to make people stop and think. But the shock does not stop there. Damaged or corroded examples with legitimate mint errors have also surprised the market. Coins with environmental damage, scratches, or discoloration, once considered worthless, have still achieved prices between $3,000 and $7,000 when the error was rare enough. The condition did not save these coins. The rarity did. Then comes the explosion that nobody expects. High-end examples of rare error varieties from the 1999 State Quarter series, including dramatic doubled dies and extreme off-center strikes, have reached deep into six-figure territory when preserved in exceptional condition. While these are rare, they prove a critical point that every collector understands. The same error exists across multiple conditions, and even the worn survivors can still be worth life-changing money. What makes this even more intense is that many of these error coins circulated. They were spent. They were used. They lived normal lives before being discovered. That means they can still be out there sitting in jars, drawers, or old collections, ignored because they do not look special. Heavy wear does not erase rarity. It only hides it from people who do not know where to look. Before you relax, understand this. This quarter is not the biggest shock hiding in plain sight. There is another coin that looks even more ordinary, even more worn, and even more ignored. Yet it has produced auction results that defy logic and leave collectors speechless. This final coin delivers the kind of shock that rewires how you see every piece of change. It reinforces a rule that serious collectors live by and casual collectors often learn too late. You should never judge a coin by its appearance alone. This coin often looks battered. The surface is flat, the details are weak, and the color is dull. Many examples show scratches, stains, and decades of wear. Most people would assume it has been destroyed by circulation. But hidden beneath that wear can be multiple rare error possibilities, including doubled dies, dramatic die cracks, and major off-center strikes. Some examples have shown multiple errors on a single coin, a combination that drives collectors into bidding wars. In the auction market, rare error coins from this category have produced extreme six-figure results, shocking even professionals who thought such prices were reserved for pristine museum pieces. These results prove something powerful. Ordinary-looking coins can hide extraordinary value. Circulation does not kill rarity. Damage does not automatically erase worth. Sometimes the ugliest coins tell the most valuable stories. The next time you see a worn quarter or a tired old coin, remember this. The money-changing surprise is not always shiny. Sometimes it is dirty, forgotten, and waiting for someone curious enough to look close.